Bro, and today we got for y'all a special video. We're going to be doing a tier list ranking the Dark Sage's manga collection. But what really makes the video special is that we got the Dark Sage here with us today.
Yo, what's up? My name is Chase the Dark Sage, and we are back with another video, but not on my channel though. We're here with that boy Simon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, I appreciate it, man. And so before we get into that video, be sure to follow me on Instagram at SimonSabraYT. Link will always be down in the description. Also, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss an upload, all of that good stuff. Also, make sure you comment down any ratings you would want to change for yourself. How do you feel about the video in general? Anything like that whatsoever. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you go and follow the Dark Sage's YouTube channel. I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. But with all that out the way, let's just jump right into it. To start the video off, we are just gonna go down this tier list. We got a lot to get through here. I think I counted, it was like at least a good like 120 different series, so it's gonna be a pretty long video. Hopefully you stick around to the end. I'd greatly appreciate it. Sage, any words you want to say real quick before we start for real?
Oh my gosh, it's a lot of series on here, and it makes me want to take another look at my collection to see what I need to downsize. Because Lord, it's gonna be a struggle just to look at all these series.
I felt that. Like, making the list for this took me a minute. I ain't even gonna lie. But first we have, this is Sweat and Soap, right? How do you feel about this one, bro?
So I have not read that because I recently just got the manga box set for that. So we're gonna have to put that in haven't read because I have no opinion on that.
Dang, you starting out kind of weak, bro.
I know. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's all good. I haven't read it either. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We'll jump through Akira Toriyama Manga Theater. How you feel about it?
I haven't read that either. That's actually supposed to be my next read before I get into Hunter x Hunter. So you skipping around. I'm looking at the series that's at the top left.
All right, we're gonna do top left. All right. What is this?
Please put them on. Takamine-san, put that in down horrendous, please. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, starting out strong.
Very strong. Thank you. I would like, and Witches of Automos was right next to that. Please put that up right next to it.
Oh yeah, nah, that's definitely up there. That's definitely up there.
Those are neighbors right there.
All right, copy.
All right.
Honestly, when I read please put them on, like the first chapter, dude, I was like, nah, there's no way this is a real manga, bro.
Look, I say on my channel, it's the tastiest version of Nagatoro. It's just delish.
Bro. All right, after that we got Shaman King. How you feel about it?
I haven't read because I haven't actually read the manga. I've seen episodes when I was growing up, but I haven't seen the new anime, nor have I read the manga yet.
Bro, I'm actually in the exact same boat. I've never read the manga, but I watched the OG Shaman King like back in the day. I've never seen the new one though. I should. Have you read it? I think you had like one volume in your collection.
Yeah, I had like volume, I think 4, because I saw it in a half-price book and I just picked it up because it's out of print. So put it in haven't read. Now, when I get volume 1, I'll read it.
Honestly, if this was me, bro, it'd be top 10. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, it is a banger.
Okay.
I'd say Blue Lock is a little bit stronger though. Like, Blue Lock is just different, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. I think it was on this list.
No, I don't have Blue Lock because I don't read sports manga like that.
Oh, for real?
So I'm gonna like, I have Slam Dunk and I want to get into that. I just don't have enough volumes yet.
All right, understandable. Black Torch, I think you had like volumes 2 and 3.
Yeah, but I've read all the Black Torch on the Shonen Jump app. Put that in B. I like Black Torch for what it gives us. For what it gives us, I like it.
That's a good spot. That's a good spot. I could definitely respect that one. Hell's Paradise, how we feeling?
I give it an A. I give it a nice A. It's a pretty good read overall. Very short. It gets wordy at times, and sometimes the exposition just takes over a bit too much for me. But overall, I think it's a nice, I want to say power fantasy, where it's just these convicts on one island and they have to get this supposed elixir of life and they have to make it out. So I enjoy it. You know, I'm just giving a quick synopsis for the people who haven't read it.
True. Honestly, when I read it, because I read Ayashimon first, if you're familiar, it's like the work he did after this, and it got canceled by Shonen Jump. I read that first, but then when I read Hell's Paradise, it was like, nah, Hell's Paradise is heat. Like, especially just the way the world expands towards the end. It was honestly phenomenal. I can't even lie. Gigantomaxia.
I haven't read it yet. I've not read it yet. I got it a few months ago, I think. That's why.
respectable.
Mhm.
Honestly, when I read it, I personally didn't really enjoy it. It could just be me because I don't really like fantasy like that,
Same.
and it's like pure fantasy. I wasn't really feeling it, but it was all right. It was all right. Blue Flag. I've heard a lot of good things about this one. How do you feel about it?
I put it in B. It's a nice B. I think it was really good until towards the end where it does get a bit too dialogue heavy, where the dialogue is just kind of going like in circles rather than actually progressing the story itself. But I also do not like the end choice of what the mangaka does for the main character.
Damn.
Now I'm gonna say right now, because I've gotten some
Okay.
opinions about this. I'm not against any LGBT. Yeah, I said the right letters. LGBT. You know, I'm not against any characters like that. I don't care if any of the characters are gay. I don't care. I just don't like the last ending, like how the character and who he ends up with and things like that at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I
I have
can't
nothing
speak
against
on it
that.
too much because I haven't read it, but
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay, I understand.
Boruto.
Just no. Mm-mm. 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 I read 65 chapters. The worst part was I used to watch it when it first came out, right? So boom, I watched it. I was like, okay, dropped it. Don't really like it. Boom. People keep telling me, check out the manga for it. It's better. I was like, all right, I'm gonna listen to my audience for once. Never listening to him again after I read those 4 volumes. Horrible. They said, come on, Dark Sage, read up to where it's current at. And at the time, it was 65 chapters. Read the 65 chapters? No. I've given Boruto too many chances. It's a no. I feel solidified on that opinion.
Oh my god. Okay. Dude, I've always heard people say, yo, Boruto is heat, bro. You got to read the manga.
No. Those are for people who only read Naruto growing up. Or just only read it now. You cannot think that Boruto is heat. Boruto is not heat. It takes a month for them to come out what those chapters have? No, I'm sorry. No.
I bet. Siren, I think you had like 1 volume of this.
I haven't read it yet. Only because I'm a binge reader, that's why. So I got to get the whole series for me to read it.
The whole series. Nah, I feel you on that. Look, after you read Siren, if it's not in your top 10, we might have a problem. I'm gonna just say that from now. We might have a problem.
The Boxer I have not read. The Boxer I have not read.
Me neither. I've heard like a couple people tell me about it, but I haven't checked it out yet.
I'm waiting to check that one out. Now, Raw Hero, I have not read that yet.
Nah, man.
It goes up there. It goes up there from what I've seen. I just haven't read it yet. I've seen some stuff. I have some of it. I just haven't read it yet because I don't have the whole thing. I'm a binger.
No, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
You read it?
Yes, bro. This manga was amazing, bro.
See, that's all I need to hear. That's all I need to hear. Look,
bro, you got to get the rest of the series, bro, because we got to talk about it. Bro. 2 nasty men, 1 tier list, bro. Like, we got to talk about it. Quintuplets, how we feeling?
Mid. It's mid.
Okay.
I'm strong on that
reasoning? What's the reasoning?
To me, it doesn't. I don't know. It's just for me when it comes to rom-coms, they're cool, but they never just go in that grade above for me to be like, oh, that's some really dope characterization. The setting is really nice. The artwork is nice. To me, Quintessential Quintuplets doesn't have any of that. I think the manga does a good job distinguishing all the sisters. But one, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. I don't like the last girl that he does end up with.
I agree.
I just felt like there was some moments in there where if you read it back and you look at some of the decisions, you're like, okay, I know who the winner is now. Just basing it off of me knowing who the winner is and actually reading through it and seeing who the winner is.
Honestly,
and the end was kind of The end was kind of like the actual ending arc, like that last festival arc was for me.
I think a festival arc got to be the best arc, and if
that's what I'm saying,
a festival doesn't land it, bro, it's not it. It's not it.
But I think the first festival is good. I think the first one is good. I'll say
absolutely. Honestly, I'd put it in mid too, only because it wasn't my girl that won. Honestly.
I mean, kind of same. I had two girls that were my girl, and none of them won. I'm like, come on, out of 5, they didn't. I'm like, come on, man.
And the worst part, I didn't know anybody that voted for the girl that won, bro. I never heard somebody be like, yo, this is best girl right here. I've never heard it.
Sadly, I've seen some people in my community do that, and I'm just like, I get that you have an opinion. You're just wrong, okay? That's the thing.
All right, Pluto.
I actually just started reading that. I read the first volume. I'm giving it a strong A just off the first volume. To me, it establishes a lot about the world. Some of the character building moments I really do enjoy as well. I think this is my first what's his name? Not
Kurosawa?
Inoue. Yeah, this is my first Kurosawa manga that I'm reading through, and it's giving me everything that I kind of wanted right now. So I plan for this to be one of my binges during my Hunter x Hunter binge. So yeah, I give it an A.
Okay. Honestly, when I had read it, like I had bought all 8 volumes of it like straight through, and I just read all of it in like one night. Mind you, his books are super wordy, so I don't know what I was reading for real. So when I look back on the series, I really don't remember a thing that happened in it. But I know I enjoyed it. But like, I'd probably put it in B just because my memory is fuzzy on it.
Okay, I mean that's completely understandable. I heard Monster is one of his better series.
No,
so
Monster was amazing.
I haven't read it yet, so I just only heard the concept and I picked it up. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll check it out.
Dragon Quest, how you feel about it?
After the first volume I read, I put it in mid. It gives me that it gives me strong Dragon Ball vibes, like Dragon Ball when Goku was a kid, and I love Dragon Ball, but for me this isn't Dragon Ball, but I can still appreciate where it is and Akira Toriyama lending his artwork or lending his hand in the artwork towards the video game. So I can appreciate Dragon's Quest, but I'd have to put it in mid because it doesn't really do too much in that first volume, and I'm just not too crazy about it.
Okay, I haven't read it myself. I heard the anime was really good when it was coming out, but I haven't read it myself to really speak on it. Death Note, how you feel?
I haven't read it because I watched it, so it's one of my lower priorities. But I heard that where the last 7 episodes is in the anime, that's like half of the actual manga itself. So I'm just like,
You know, I was watching the anime one time, and I was like, "Yo, it's literally 1-for-1." But the pacing is different in a way. It's like you said, bro. That the pacing is definitely different. FMA.
I haven't read it yet. Watch the anime. That's why it's a lower priority.
Did you watch Brotherhood or the original?
Brotherhood. I watched Brotherhood.
Okay.
I've seen some of the original, but I watched Brotherhood all the way through.
All right. Inuyasha.
Put that in haven't read because I bought the first volume just to retry it out because I did not like it as a kid. I haven't.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to touch it,
bro.
I'm gonna have a few people mad at me if I give my actual opinion on it right now.
All right, we're gonna keep that between us then. We're gonna keep that between us. Rurouni Kenshin.
Man, you got to put that in haven't read too. I tried to watch it. I mean, I seen some of the episodes growing up, and I tried to rewatch it as an adult, like a few years ago. Couldn't get through it, so I was like, okay, maybe I just gotta check out the manga once I get the full thing because that anime wasn't it for me.
Yeah, yep. Black Lagoon.
You got to put that in haven't read too. I've only got 2 volumes of it so far. I haven't read a lot of my collection. I have a huge collection, but I haven't read a lot of it. But that's because some of it I've been told, okay, get this, get that. You know, that's why generally if I have a series, unless I plan to binge it soon, I don't buy like the whole thing yet. That's why I only have like 2 or 3 volumes of certain series, like probably on this list. Got
you. Makes sense. Now I remember Shiori's Diary. You was like, you made a whole video about it, I believe, right?
Yeah, put it in down bad. It's not. It's a very disappointing Nasty Man manga, sadly. I would say not enough nasty. The characters were very interesting. The manga could try to go for something deep, and I wasn't enjoying it because he or she, I don't know, didn't really nail it. And I'm just like, okay, if we're not gonna nail that, we gotta nail the nasty aspect, and that wasn't nailed at all either. So yeah.
Okay. In that same vein, I'm gonna skip around a little bit if I could see it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not seeing. Yeah, Metamorphosis. How'd you feel about that then?
No, just no. Just no.
Really? Okay.
Just no. No. No.
Okay. Do you wish to explain why?
I'm gonna quickly, give myself a little shameless plug to my video where people saw me profusely sweating trying to describe this manga while not getting demonetized at the same time. Wow, what can I say about Metamorphosis that hasn't been said? It's a manga about a woman who essentially is, attentionless and wants some clout for herself, and she finds it in all the wrong things. I'll say that. A lot of fatherless activity, I'll say. She's definitely for the streets.
The best summary.
So yeah, well, I can't say she's fatherless after what her father did to her, but either way, it's I don't want to get the video demonetized. Either way, don't watch it. I mean, don't read it. So yeah,
I'll leave a link to his video in the description if you want to check it out. Okay, Saki the Succubus.
Down horrendously, please. Thank you. Horrendously. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
No
that.
explanation. We go World's End Harem. Come on, bro.
Horrendously. Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
all right.
It's a nasty man with plot. I like it.
Have you read Sundome?
Yes, I read the first volume because I think I only have the first volume.
Bro,
I'll put that in down bad. It's not
volumes, bro.
You like it?
Yes, bro. It is amazing.
I like the concept. Amazing. I like the concept. I just haven't read enough of it yet. But I will say that I do enjoy it enough to buy more volumes of it. But it's just the volumes are so expensive. 7 C's, taxes. So I'm just like, yeah.
Agreed.
So down bad right now. But if I read more, it's probably going to go in the horrendous title.
Once you get to volume 3, it's going to go to horrendous. I promise. I promise.
I'm anticipating that. Horrendous. In fact, can you put it in the front, please? Thank you. Put Booty right on the front, please. Thank you. That's where it's appropriate at. Thank you.
All right, copy. Destiny Lovers. Okay.
I've only read the first volume, but so far
I've also only read the first volume. I
put it in down bad. I like it. It's not bad.
It's like prison school, but like it's not prison school.
I give it prison school plus World's End Harem, where there's an actual plot and there's some end of the world type stuff happening. And it seems like there's only a few men in stock, so that's why I'm giving it the World's End Harem plus Prison School title. But I heard that the ending isn't that great. That's what I've heard though. I had to form my own opinion to see.
I gotta check it out myself because honestly, I'm probably gonna pick up like the first 3 volumes and just read through it because when I read that first volume, it had me in tears. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I love it. Now, Wolf the Core I have not read because I just got the box set somewhere. But I've seen a few of the episodes and I enjoyed it.
Okay. A friend of mine tells me he'd probably put it in like A tier, but I haven't read it myself to like talk about it. J.K. Haru.
I haven't read that either. I've skipped around to see some of the pages. Just haven't read it yet, so I can't give my solidified opinion on it yet.
All right.
Put it in mid. I'm sorry. This is mid. I'm sorry. I've only read the first bit Vizbig. I've only read the first Vizbig. 31 chapters. 3 volumes, and I'm gonna give you a little preface because I do have a video of it coming out soon. I'm gonna say this. I gotta explain myself. It's mid only because of based off what it has in those first 3 volumes of the singles or the first Vizbig, and people. This is the most recommended manga on my channel and in the entirety of it. People keep saying this is the greatest thing ever, and I read the first 3 volumes, the first 31 chapters. I'm like, this is not the greatest thing ever. I think people just don't know how to recommend series or know who they're recommending the series to. That's my only gripe with it. I don't think it's bad. The artwork is phenomenal. Inoue does a great job with the artwork.
Okay.
That's all. That's the only good thing I have to say about it. That's the only good thing I have to say about it. Nothing else grabbed me. It's not wordy. I mean, that's a +2, but that should be expected. It's manga. Half words, half art. So, yeah.
True. Okay. Now, honestly, I ain't gonna say too much because this is your list here. But
I'm pretty sure you'd put it in top 10, wouldn't you? Everybody has it in their top 10.
I'd give it a cool B or an A. Only because I feel like I can't put it in top 10 unless I finish it. And because it's not finished, I can't give it top 10. You know what I mean?
I understand. I completely understand that mindset.
Fire Force. How we feeling?
I'm more of an anime watcher for Fire Force, but I am going to read the manga this year, so I haven't read it yet. But I did like the first 2 seasons of it. I think it's a turn your brain off shonen. That's what I think it is.
Whenever we get to Demon Slayer, if you put it anywhere above mid, people might look at you crazy, bro.
I'm putting it probably in just no, right alongside Boruto. I'm sorry. I'm not going to disrespect Vagabond by putting Demon Slayer right next to it. No, that's disrespectful in too many ways.
Who Wants to Marry a Billionaire?
Haven't read it yet, sadly.
Man.
I'm behind. I'm behind on a lot of my stuff. It's because I be binging stuff. You know, the shonen series is super long, so I be binging.
Bro, you gotta stop reading the shonen, bro. You gotta read Peak, my boy.
I was reading Peak at one point, and I do my exclusive reviews on these series. It's just sometimes I gotta be in the mood for it.
Bro, Billionaire, I picked it up just on a whim. I was like, let's see what this about. Read volume 1, had to go back and buy 2 and 3 right after, bro. It's like a death game, but harem, bro. Like it's amazing. It's amazing, bro.
I had to see how many volumes I had in my collection. I think I only have 1 so far. I'm not sure.
I think you had 1, yeah.
Okay. What series is this?
I actually have no idea. I wish I had like had the name in it somewhere, but I don't even remember.
I'm trying to look only because I don't recognize the character.
All right, we just gonna leave it at the bottom for now.
Okay, okay.
We'll come back to it.
Okay, cool.
Crazy Food Truck.
I haven't read it yet, but I think it's one of those one series where it's gassed up by Viz Media on their socials.
Yeah.
And it only has like 3 volumes. It's like a Rooster Fighter. It's something that I feel like I shouldn't be taking seriously. So that's why it's not a priority.
Fair enough. I agree, especially because, like you said, it's only 3 volumes. I think the 3rd volume comes out this month. I could be wrong, but yeah. Usually when Viz gasses up a series, I'm kind of scared to check it out.
Yeah, because usually the good series don't need to be gassed up. So I'm like,
True.
Like World Peace. Like, come on, who's reading that? I'm probably hurting our Viz sponsorship by saying this, but come on, I'm not reading nothing called World Peace.
I can definitely agree with you on that, because when I see, like, same goes with I think it's on this list too. Yeah, Zom 100. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Because I saw Viz pushing this super hard, and I was like, bro, it's got to be mid. But the cover looked nice, so I was like, I'll check it out.
I think I give it a mid. It doesn't do anything crazy for me, but I still enjoy it enough to where I want to pick up a volume and just see what type of shenanigans Akira gets into.
I agree.
That's it. But I don't think it should go too long. If it goes too long, like if it goes like over 30 volumes, it's going to go in a just no, because I don't think this should be over 30 volumes.
Bro, I thought like 5 volumes it should have ended. I think they're kind of already pushing it, honestly. But for me, because I usually read like darker tone stuff, so when I read it, it's like I gotta reset my brain just to read it. But it's refreshing to read every now and then.
Okay, understandable.
Record of Ragnarok.
I haven't read it yet, only because I picked up the first 3 volumes and other stuff was just a priority over it. Just simple as that.
Really quick question: how do you like choose what to prioritize to read?
Generally speaking, last year I decided that, I was like, okay, I want to make it a goal to read a lot more of my collection and buy. So last year I wanted to go over one of my favorite series of all time, which is my top 10, Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, because I read Dragon Ball Super when my channel got hacked last year, or either last year or the year before. And so I was like, okay, I might as well just read the whole series over again just to see what it's like in the manga format. And at that point I was like, and the way my manga shows are organized is finished series at the top and ongoing series at the bottom. So I'm like, all right, let me just, So I'm like, okay, let me just go through my shelf and go in order of where the series are at and just go through the finished series first. That way I kind of get a grasp on it. Nasty Man series, I it's like my filler, where I put it in the middle of my big old binges, where I'm just like, okay, let me get a piece of this, a piece of that. It's like a buffet right there. But when I need to get my actual meal, I go to the binges.
Okay, respectable. 2.5D Seduction. How you feeling?
I read the first page of it, but I was busy and I just kept forgetting to get back to it.
Okay.
I'm bad. I heard it's nice.
I heard it's just like Dress Up Darling, but like I haven't read it personally to talk about it, but the premise does sound exactly like Dress Up Darling.
And I ain't mad at that if it's the nasty version. You know what's funny? I thought My Dress Up Darling was gonna be Nasty Man because it was rapped and no one was talking about it. And they said that, oh, this is the 4 pillars of Gyaru or whatever. It was Nagatoro, Gal Gohan, the girl from My Dress Up Darling, I forgot her name at the time, and it was another girl. And I'm like, okay, I gotta get all the Gal series because I'm in the Gals when it comes to my slice of life rom-coms. I read it, I'm like, okay, she's Gal, but why was this wrapped? It was to the 3rd volume when they got to a page where one of the girls were accidentally naked and got walked in on by accident. And I'm just like, all these other volumes was wrapped up just for this? I'm like, come on, dude, come on.
Because every time I see it, it's wrapped, and I'm like, bro, I just want to like sneak a peek at it just to see. Like, I'm glad you told me it's not even all that, because like I dead thought about buying the series just because it's wrapped and like out of curiosity, but you just saved me a couple of dollars, bro.
I will also add that it's on the very tame, very, very tame side of Nasty Man. And it just, I don't know what it is, but it just shows like those unnecessary ecchi moments, like for no reason. Like it doesn't add to it like these other Nasty Man series up above. It just adds ecchi moments where I'm just like, that didn't need to be there. I'm like, come on, let's be tasteful with the nastiness, please. Come on.
Okay. Respectable. Yu-Gi-Oh! Have you read this one yet?
I've read part 1. I read all of part 1 before it gets to Duelist. I will give it I give it a B. I like where it attempts to go, and it's very different before you actually get to the card games.
Okay, I've literally never read the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, so I can't speak on it, but the anime, to my memory, was good. It's probably a bit of nostalgia speaking, but It was definitely enjoyable.
Mhm.
I actually have no idea what this one is.
I'm trying to look
Girl
because
from
when you
Another
wake up,
World.
call girl in another world. Put it in haven't read.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't read it yet. I know
Haven't
exactly
read.
what the
Okay.
series is. Yeah,
Okay, got you. Oshinoko.
mid. It's mid.
Oh, all right.
It's not
Explain
bad.
yourself.
Okay, so look, it's I don't think it's horrible. I don't think it's bad.
Okay.
It from the first volume. I'm not going to spoil it for the people who haven't read it yet.
Nah, man, it's volume 1. They should have read it by now.
Okay,
Actually, you
so
know what? We'll keep it a little. Nah, spoil it. I think I talked about it on this channel already.
okay,
Just go
so
ahead.
if I'm just going to talk about the first like what 9 or 10 chapters, it's like at
Okay.
chapter 8 when we decide like, oh, we actually start giving the main star. I forgot her name. The not the
I don't remember
lolicon.
them
What they
either.
call
I'll
these
be
girls?
honest.
Idols. That's what they call them, idols. I be wanting to call them lolicons. But when they give the idol, when they give her a bit more shine, that's her name. A or I don't know how to say it.
Ah,
When they
yeah,
start
yeah.
okay, when they start giving her a bit more shine and a bit more character, I'm like, okay. I'm like, at first I wasn't feeling this volume at all because it just felt like it was aimless and pointless. I'm like, what is the point of this? And then once start
Okay.
giving her some character, I'm like, all right, I'm feeling this. And then once they, like, spoilers, once they killed her, I'm like, oh. I'm like, where are we going with this? And when the little boy, or the doctor that turned
Yeah.
into a little boy, was like, oh, I vow to find the killer. I'm like, oh. I'm like, okay. But you got to think, the journey up to that wasn't, to me, it wasn't worth all that reading beforehand. I could have got that in the first, like, five chapters.
True.
I could have got literally all that in the first 5 chapters.
It could have been summed up. You're absolutely right. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just going based off those chapters in that first volume. I don't think the whole
Okay.
series is mid because I haven't read it, and I know it's from the same person that does Kaguya, which I do like the
Kaguya,
anime
yeah.
for that.
Okay. Flowers of Evil.
I give it an A. I think Flowers of Evil is a really good series. My first Shuzo Oshimi right there. I really enjoyed it. I have a very dark, twisted sense of humor, so I was laughing at it a lot. And I know some scenes will make some people uncomfortable. I don't look at it like that, so it didn't make me uncomfortable. I'm just like, where are we going? Because this is getting very interesting. I think the ending is a bit flat. It's like a soda that you just leave out after you know had a nice few sips of it, but the ending just felt like it was I'm just like, okay, I get we had to get here at some point. It just felt I think the artwork is good. It speaks for itself rather than having a whole bunch of text on the screen itself. And I think the pacing was really well in this one. And I like the main girl on the front cover. I forgot her name. I'm very bad with names, but I like the girl on the front cover as well. Lie. Yeah. So
honestly, for me, this is top 10, easily top 10.
I can see that. I can see that.
Oshimi work that I ever read, and like I said, I mostly read darker stuff, and this is what really got me into it. I pretty much agree with you for the most part on it. It's honestly the twists and turns of it. I also find it like just hilarious. Like I'm constantly reading it and I'm turning pages. I'm like, yo, what could possibly go wrong next? And then something goes wrong. It was honestly a really fun series to read.
Yeah, I completely agree. Because every time I turn the page, I'm like, it can't get worse. And then I turn the page, it got worse. I'm like, okay. I see what we're here for. I enjoy it overall though.
Solo Leveling.
I'm not ready yet, but I've been told to read it.
All right, everybody's told me to read it. My friend has been telling me to read it since like before the light novels were even physically released, and I just haven't read it yet. I get to it when I get to it. Transformers, yeah.
I haven't read that yet, only because I bought that from a company, and I was like, Transformers, Viz produced this, a manga. I'm like, okay, I gotta check this out one day. This just sounds interesting.
Okay.
Toriko, I have not read only because I don't have the full series, but I've seen a few episodes here and there growing up.
Yo, is Toriko like the same as, not same, but similar to Shokugeki? Because I've never seen the series at all.
Well, Shokugeki, what is that? You're gonna have to speak English with me.
Food Wars. I'm sorry, Food Wars.
I haven't watched Food Wars all the way. I've seen a few episodes and clips in here and there, but I've never like fully read it because I don't have the full series.
Okay.
But I will say it's more akin to One Piece. I'll say something like that. Drifters, I give mid. I enjoyed what I read. I haven't read the whole thing because I'm missing a volume, but what I have read, I do enjoy. I don't think it's crazy. That's all I really have to say about it. I enjoyed what I read. It just wasn't crazy to me.
Okay, I haven't read it. I do have a friend that collects it. I don't know if he's read it yet, but I just know it's rare. That's literally all I know about it, and by the same person that made Hellsing.
Yeah, I'm only missing like one volume, so yeah.
Okay. Berserk.
Top 10. Go ahead, throw that in top 10 for me. I really shouldn't have to give Berserk any type of like, hype because it's Berserk. Like everything to me is like a 10 out of 10 for Berserk. So I have no problem
All
from
right.
what I've read of it so far. I only read up to the conviction arc, and I have heavily enjoyed my read so far.
Okay. Vinland.
See, that's the thing. I like the anime a lot. I have not read the manga yet because I'm just afraid to read it and get caught up, and then I'm just like, I gotta wait monthly for these chapters now.
All right, fair enough. Have you been watching season 2 of it?
I haven't because I'm like, do I want to go to the anime or do I want to go to the manga? I'm like, I don't watch anime anymore. That's the thing. I don't watch anime anymore. So that's the problem. I'm like, there's only one exception, and that's JoJo's because it's not anime, it's peak fiction. But besides that,
Word. I could agree.
I just don't know about Vinland. I'm so scared.
Like on the topic of like not watching anime, I've been watching Summertime Rendering recently. I started watching it in like January. I still haven't finished watching it yet. I'm like midway through the last episode. I just don't watch anime for real anymore. It's a shame when I think about it.
It's all right. We get to that point once you start becoming a manga collector, I feel.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan. So my thing is like I was one of those people that binged Attack on Titan through the anime. And I watched season 4, part 1 before they started doing all these parts for it. And so after that, I was like, okay, let me read the rest because I don't want to get spoiled on it. And I'm glad I took that route for it. I put it in A. I think a lot of people look at the ending for Attack on Titan, they're like, oh, it's horrible. Yeah. Woo. I say, yeah, but everything before that was kind of amazing though. So I'm like,
that was amazing. Absolutely.
Like I get it. Like sometimes the ending can make or break a series, but for me, I wasn't too mad at the ending. I'm like, it had to end somehow. I'm not going to spoil it because obviously the anime is never going to finish, but it had to end somehow. So I'm like, I'm not too mad at it. I just felt like it was a bit anticlimactic, especially the last chapter. But overall, I haven't read the new ending or like the latest last chapter because I read the first last chapter, which is very confusing sounding.
The new ending, honestly, I hope the anime does not go for that ending. It is awful. Like that ending is literally a cash grab. I'm gonna just say it like that, plain and simple.
Okay.
Scientific Railgun.
I have not read that yet, only because I have one volume.
Okay. Have you seen the anime for it?
I haven't. I've actually only heard about it through Toonie, who's another manga tuber. So yeah, I've heard of it through him because that's like one of his favorite series, I think.
I actually didn't know it had a manga until like I saw your collection. I was like,
I didn't know either until I saw it one day. Same.
That is wild. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Mid.
Oh.
Yeah, I just did a read through of it, which is why I'm not reading anything crazy right now because I just read it, and I just read the whole. Look, so let me preface this because I hear you in pain right now. I love Yu Yu Hakusho, the anime. I grew up on it. I have a bunch of figures. I have merch. I have T-shirts. I have the Blu-rays. I have the video game.
Damn.
See. Yeah, I'm a big Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho anime is top 10 for me, easily. After I read the manga. Lord. Now, shameless plug, I just did a review video on this, but I just feel like Togashi really drops the ball on some of the greatest things we could have seen in manga. Oh, and it makes me appreciate Hunter x Hunter more, and I think Hunter x Hunter is super hype. Like, that's why I think about Hunter x Hunter, even though I'm about to read it soon. But I feel like Togashi, what he does in Hunter x Hunter, it's far better than what he attempts in Yu Yu. Now, I will say Yu Yu has some of my favorite villains of all time. Sensui and Toguro. Toguro's my favorite anime villain of all time, I feel.
Really? Of all time I respect it though. I respect it.
Only because the man comes in, he's on demon time, literally and figuratively. I'm like, all right, I get down with this. This man goes to 30%, scares the living spirit out of Yusuke. He almost died again on site when Toguro said, yo, you come to this tournament or I kill everybody you love. I'm like, oh, he means business. I like this. And then once they get to the fight, I'm like, all right, cool. The fight is awesome. But then when we get to the ending, you get such a meaningful backstory with him. Now, I don't like this is my problem with the manga. I don't like the writing. I don't like the writing style that Togashi implements where, okay, we got all this fire stuff right here. Now let me rewrite something in later on to explain the stuff that happened earlier. I'm like, dude, no, you could have explained this throughout the way. Even though I get it for Toguro, it makes sense like that. But to me, Togashi has a style where he's like, okay, this is one way like this. Now let me write in this way of how it's really not that way, and you've been thinking about it the wrong the whole time. I'm just like, and then there's no stakes in Yu Yu. People say that about Dragon Ball Z. There's no stakes in Yu Yu. Literally every time someone dies, they come back to life. And there's no really good explanation of why they come back to life.
All right. I love the fact that you could give your opinion and be able to support it. I respect it. I respect it.
I love you. It's just the manga broke my heart. What's that? Is that Soul Eater? Put that in haven't read. Put that in haven't read because the anime. Yeah. I haven't finished the anime. I've seen the first 2 or 3 seasons. So yeah.
Okay.
Fruits Basket. Put that in just no, please. Just no. I tried that. It put me to sleep. It made me never want to try out shoujo again. I felt lied to. I didn't like it. I've been called a misogynist on this take. I've seen it. But that first volume, and I feel like I explained my points really well in the video of why I talked about why I don't like Fruits Basket. But you know, hey, if that makes me that, then hey, I guess I am, because it's just a no for me. Fruits Basket is not everything. I do like Wotakoi, so hey, that should even it out.
I erased. How we feeling?
I have not read it, but I watched all the anime and I think it's great.
How'd you feel about the ending?
We talk. Okay, let me be a bit ambiguous, I guess. I'll say, because I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
Okay, true.
I wasn't too mad at it. I wish it went another way, but I was like, I get why it went this way, and I'm not too mad at it. So I'll say that.
All right. Bleach.
Put it in mid. It's mid.
Oh.
But Yu Yu is right there though. Yu Yu is right there though. But
man, Bleach top 10 for me, man.
I'm sorry. I read Bleach last year all the way through because I watched it when I was younger. I read it all the way through, like chapter 1 to whatever 600 700 it is. Damn. It's definitely a Yu Yu baby, and I've always said that about it. It's definitely Yu Yu inspired. That last fight, man, that makes a bro.
Bro.
Okay, I'll give it B because I think it's better than Yu Yu.
Let's look at female characters in all of shonen.
I mean, but you're not really saying much with that. What's its competition compared to that? Come on now.
Exactly,
that's not fair.
my point.
That's not fair. That's like giving a college kid, you know, a simple elementary math test and a kindergarten kid the math test. Like, yeah, the college kid's gonna ace this easily. Come on.
That's not the point. We just gotta compromise. I cannot end this video with Bleach in mid, bro.
I'm not mad at it being B. I'm not mad at it. I say it's mid because there's just so many elements. Like their Rancor arc for me. Okay, I might change my mind later. I think their Rancor arc to me the best arc is the Soul Society. My favorite arc is the last one, the 1,000-Year Blow arc. That arc to me it appeals to my shonen fanboy in me. It appeals to me right there. But I will say that the writing does fall off in certain parts. I'm not going to spoil it for people who haven't read it or watched it since it is currently airing. True. It just falls off on a lot of points that I heard the anime will fix. So for you anime only, y'all gonna get a masterwork of a shonen arc. But for me, this was a weak war arc, and their Rancor arc was very boring. But I will say, character building wise, setting wise, and the writing is just so good to me in the Rancor arc. It's just that pacing is horrible.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. Dead Man Wonderland.
I put it in haven't read. I've watched the anime and I wanted to see what the manga was like since it has a different ending.
We're not going to talk about the anime.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. I think the anime ended around like volume 6 out of 13. So
sheesh.
Yeah, we just not going to talk about that.
But thank you. In fact, can you put it in front of Berserk for me? Thank you.
You know what? I could definitely respect that. I could respect that.
Thank you.
What's your favorite JoJo part?
So my favorite part is part 3. Because it's a trip with the boys. You can't get any better than a trip with the boys. I get it. There are some pacing issues. But see, the thing I like about that is that you get to see them interact outside of just, fighting stands all the time. And for a week-to-week battle shonen with no type of tournament arc in the series at all, phenomenal. And then part 3 introduces the stands. Oh, come on, man. And look, it even comes up with the archetype for Saitama, where literally Jotaro comes in at the end and he saves the day. Is that not Saitama?
You're 100% right. You're 100%. Okay.
I'm just saying, JoJo's peak.
What's your least favorite part?
Part 5. I like it. I like it fight wise, but for me, it's literally like what people hate about JoJo's. To me, that's literally what part 5 is. And I'm just like, I see why people don't like this, and I see why it's the weakest part. Because to me, I say that part 5 is like part 3, but on crack. That's all it is.
I have never heard someone say part 5 was the weakest part. Like, I normally hear people say part 1 or part 6. That's normally what I hear.
See, I would say part 1, but part 1 to me is very different compared to all the other parts.
Absolutely.
Part
I
5
honestly
to me,
like
it
part
feels like
1.
part 3. I like part 1 too. I have no
Okay.
problem with it. I binged it all in one night and I was like, okay, we got to keep going.
All right. Last question regarding JoJo's. Who's your favorite Joestar?
Joseph, easily.
All right.
You see
You're
the
a good
Dio,
man.
even though I see you see the Dio right here.
Yep.
Joseph. I'm currently reading Steel Ball Run right now, and I am having a blast with it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm
Yo,
on like chapter 38. That's what I'll say, so that way I don't spoil people. But I'm
let
currently
me know
reading
when
it.
you finish Steel Ball Run, because that's my favorite part right there. And I feel like when you finish it, you're gonna understand why everybody loves part 7.
Well, it's
amazing.
phenomenal now. It's
All right,
phenomenal.
yep.
I just got through, I think, the Ringo fight. The guy that could do the yeah, that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to spoil anybody else. But yeah, you know who I'm talking about when I say that.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is this? Nisekoi.
I like Nisekoi. It's mid though. I'll put it in mid. It's a rom com that's pretty. It's a pretty good rom com overall. I've only read the first 6 or 7 volumes. It's because I started reading it during the event that we can't say on YouTube, or else we'll get demonetized. But yeah, I started reading it. I enjoyed it. It does get wordy at times that I don't like, but I do like the spice element of it. So yeah.
All right. Super HX Heroes.
Down horrendously, please. Down horrendously, please. Shout out to my boy Cass as part of the Holy Text, as part of the Holy Trinity. So yeah.
All right, bet. Arrow Ninja Scrolls.
I have not read it yet, but I've been.
Bro,
this is
out.
I know I got the first. I think I got the first 2 volumes. I could be wrong, but I'm sorry. I need to read it.
Look, that one it's got to be like top 3 in horrendous tier. Trust me.
From what I've heard, I want to put it there. I haven't read Yuna either, only because I don't have more volumes of it, and I'm just like, I feel like this first volume is not going to stick to me, especially since I know it has nothing good to reveal to me, quote unquote. If you get what I'm saying, yeah.
Yep, loud and clear.
Do you like big girls? Part of the Holy Trinity? Yep, put it up there, please. Down horrendously.
Right.
Thank you.
Yep. Gal Gohan.
So it's not as bad as the other ones, but it's one of my favorite Nasty Man mangas. We can put it in down bad, but we got to put it in the front. I have too much respect for Gal Gohan, and it gave me my love for gals. So yeah.
Okay. Have you ever read or watched this one anime? It's called My First Girlfriend is a
Gal. That's why I first learned about gals.
Okay.
So you already know I kind of had that up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dress Up Darling. I know we just talked about this one.
It's down bad. It's not bad, but it's only down bad because it's wrapped. That's the only reason I'm giving it down bad. But if it wasn't, if it wasn't wrapped, I'd give it a mid. I give it a mid. It's not bad. I do like the main girl character. I like Gojo, the MC.
Okay.
I just gotta see how that relationship blossoms a bit more for me.
Okay. Have you read Blood on the Tracks?
Yes, me and my girlfriend actually read that together. We're caught up to the physicals, I think. I think the last volume was like 11 or 12. I give it a B. To me, it's not as strong as Flowers of Evil, only because it's not finished, and I'm hoping it does not drag on, because I feel like it's gonna drag on.
I feel like it is too. I know most Oshimi works are like 10 volumes or so, but this one is already past that. And I heard somewhere that was like everything so far was just a prelude. So I feel like it might drag a bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna like this then, because I feel like we have a strong narrative right here.
Honestly,
yeah, top 10. Go ahead, put that in top 10 for me. I'm down horrendously for it, but top 10. My favorite rom-com. This is my favorite rom-com. I'm literally probably about to sell all my other rom-coms in my collection, except for Uzaki-chan, because of this one. This is amazing. Nagatoro. Oh, it has a chokehold on me, man. I don't know what it is. Like top tier gal. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Parallel Paradise. Oh,
I haven't read this one either. That's the sad part.
Oh man. All right.
I've only got like one volume though. That's why.
Okay. Ajin.
I've only read one volume. I have 3 volumes. I think it's mid so far, which, it's middle, which isn't bad for a first volume. For a first volume, that's not bad. I'm like, all right, because that gives it room to grow. So I'm like, all right, at least you don't start off as just a no. Boruto started off as just a no in the first volume. Ajin is plenty of steps above that. I do like the sci-fi elements that it has incorporated into it. So I like Ajin so far. It's just mid. It's nothing great.
Okay. I've read the first 3 volumes so far. I think I'd put it in like a low B tier off of just the first 3 volumes. I think it introduces some really amazing concepts. that later on could be expanded on really well, but haven't read enough of it to really speak. I own like 10 volumes and I just haven't gotten through all of it yet. I get to it when I get to it though. Demon Slayer, we talked about this.
Yeah, Just Know. I think it's better than Boruto though, so we could put it at as the king of Just Know.
You know what? I can agree. I can agree. 100%. Pokemon Adventures.
I have not read that because I do plan to do a full binge on that. Oh, I can't wait for that full binge.
Did you get like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh mostly out of like nostalgia?
So Yu-Gi-Oh, I got nostalgia because I know that's an actual adaptation. The anime is an adaptation from the manga. Pokemon is something different. Like I got it because I like Pokemon, or at least I like the first 3 generations of Pokemon. And I was like, I heard this is a different story. It's a more mature. I'm not saying it is mature, but it's more mature than the anime. It's more mature take on Pokemon. So I'm just like, all right, I want to give this a shot because I heard Pokemon actually be dying in this. So I'm like, all right,
I've heard.
Cool. Because when I was growing up in the games, your Pokemon fainted. No, in this, your Pokemon died. I'm like, okay.
It's a Nuzlocke in this one.
Exactly. I like that.
Okay. Call it a night.
Haven't read it yet. I've been heavily recommended it, so I bought the first 3 volumes.
Okay. Honestly, I really don't like rom-coms. But I think around volume 5 is when it started to actually get good for me. That's when like it started to introduce like an actual plot. But first 3 volumes, I don't know how you'll feel about it because you like Comey, right?
I like Comey, but I feel like I'm falling off on Comey because Comey is getting a little too long. I'm just like, I can't do that. I can't do that. You need to be in and out. Look at Gal Gohan, 10 volumes. Peak.
Simple, right? I hear that. I hear that. I think a lot of series tend to drag on way too long, like for no reason.
Oh, I mean, for money purposes, obviously.
Well,
no,
absolutely. You're right.
And see that sometimes that's why I got to lose respect for it a bit. So
you're right.
Yeah,
100%. Slasher Maidens.
I haven't read that yet. I actually just got that just got sent to me at the end of December. That's why.
Okay. Dead Mount Death Play.
Just to know. I actually just read that last month last month was February. I read that January. It's wow. I have a video coming out about it. To me, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything crazy. It doesn't do anything good. It doesn't wow me. The art's all right. It's a standard for an isekai or reverse isekai, whatever it is. None of the characters really stuck with me. It's not funny. It just nothing is good about it. Like I hate to say this. Yeah, sorry, Again Press. I love y'all, Again Press, but no.
Because when I saw the volume covers, I was like, yo, this looks fire. And
that's what I said too.
And then I saw one manga that was unwrapped. So I was like, let me see what the art looked like. I was like, bro, this art is not like the cover, man.
No, it's not. That's why I was so disappointed. When I'm thinking it's going to be a very dark death game like thing. And it has comedy in it. And I'm just like, no.
It's not edgy enough.
Exactly. I need it to be dark, gruesome. It wasn't that for me. It's a reverse isekai.
Astro Lost in Space. How we feeling?
Haven't read it yet. I heard it's very wordy, so that's what's scaring me about it.
Understandable. It is very wordy. I literally read it all in like a plane flight to Cali. It was very wordy, but it's not a bad series. 5 volumes. I think it does what it has to do and just goes. It's a quick. Well, let me not say it's a quick read because I'd be lying, but it's enjoyable for what it is. Beastars.
I watched the first season. I saw what the second season was bringing. I stopped buying the manga, and I might actually sell this one off. So I have not read it. But based off of what I've heard about the second season, even though I enjoyed the first season, I'm not gonna like it. So yeah.
Okay. Have you read Drip Drip? It's by the same person.
No, but I've seen it before, and I was like, "Is this a horror manga?" Then when I realized it wasn't, I'm just like, "Oh, I have no interest in it at all."
Okay. It's actually a pretty down bad kind of series or manga, I should say.
Okay, maybe I do need to give it a change of tone.
It's about this girl, and like anytime she touches something dirty, she gets a nosebleed, and she really wants to like do, but like she'll get a nosebleed anytime she does. So it's her trying to like figure out how to progress in life with that while being nerfed like that. That's basically what it is.
Sounds interesting enough. I'll say that.
Black Clover. How we feel?
I hate to do this, but top 10. Okay. I love Black Clover. I don't know what it is, but I have a little history with Black Clover. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was a Naruto clone. I was one of those guys.
One of those. All right,
I actually read it. I got to that Water Temple saga. I was like, ooh, this is gas. Started reading more. I'm like, ooh, this is some shonen gas. Now it's great for a shonen. I'm not saying it's the greatest series of all time. It's one of my top 10. It's one of my favorites. I'm not saying it's one of the best like manga out there. It's my top 10. Like it's my favorites. I love Black Clover.
Okay.
So yeah, I have a personal bias for Black Clover.
Who's your favorite character?
Asta. I know that. Really? I know it's easy to say. Asta. I really like Yami. I like all the black. Well, I don't like all the Black Bulls, but I like most of them. I like Noelle. I like Vanessa. I like Magma. What's that electric dude's name?
Right there. Luck. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Luck. I like a lot of people. The only people I really don't like is like Gouch, the dude that looks like a ghost, Henry. But besides that, I like all the Black Bulls. They're dope. I even like Charmy. I love Charmy.
I love Charmy. No, Charmy's sweet. I love her.
That's why I'm like Black Clover's top 10. The cast for me is just perfect. I love them.
Have you been reading like the most recent arc on the Shonen Jump app?
I haven't, because I only read arcs that are full complete.
Okay. Right. Makes sense.
Because I be forgetting too much. That's why.
No, I could definitely agree with you. I usually let them stack like for the month just so I could talk about like the whole 4 or 5 chapters or so just for like a reading log video. But I usually just let it stack and then go from there.
Okay. I haven't read Burn the Witch. I have not read Burn the Witch.
Okay. Honestly, I'm scared because if you said Bleach is mid, I'm scared of where you would put Burn the Witch. I'm not gonna lie.
I know it's in the same universe, so I don't know. Chainsaw Man, I give it a B. It's a really nice read. Okay. It's very hyped right now. I understand why. It's a nice read. I give it a B. It's not mid.
Do you feel like the pacing for it was too fast or no?
In the first part, yes, but I get why though. Especially if you're gonna have a bunch of parts happening, or 1 to 2 parts. I get why it's fast, but I also get that. I think Tatsuki Fujimoto, the GOAT, I think he was trying to go for something. I think he was trying to establish Denji more, and him going through having something and losing it way more than let's establish these characters around him instead. I haven't read part 2 yet, but that's how I feel about part 1.
Okay.
Because I read that one twice.
We ain't gonna talk about that one too much, just because I know the anime onlys might not know, everything about it so far.
Okay.
Radiant.
I have not read that yet. I haven't read it yet.
All right. I remember when this was first coming out, and it was like people were telling me it's like really good, but I never took the time myself to actually check it out, honestly.
See, I haven't really heard too many great things about it. I just heard people say, it's all right. I'm just like, okay, I can check it out. As long as it does the elements of whatever it's in well, I'll rock with it.
Okay. Don.
I haven't read it yet. It's because it's super hype right now. It's super hot. Everybody's thinking it's one of the best things ever. I'm just like, nope, y'all ain't about to get me with that. I'll wait till it dies down a bit.
I'm not gonna like gas myself into reading it and then be either disappointed or just lie to myself. But I'll get to it eventually. The Gray Man.
I haven't read it yet, only because I have, I think, only 1 volume.
Okay. I haven't read it either. I haven't seen the anime or anything about it. My brother tells me that's like really good though, but I ain't in no rush to check it. Downfall, have you read it?
Not yet. That's in Osano though, right?
Yeah, I feel like you might put it in Just No because the premise is like slightly like it has parallels with Metamorphosis, so I think you might put it in a Just No whenever you do read it.
If he does it well, I could like it. Metamorphosis was just a lot of how would I put this? H energy, like in superheroes. It's a lot of H energy. We could fill in what H means. It's a lot of H energy for no good reason, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to see a daughter with her. Yeah,
we'll leave it at that. Fire Punch.
Put it in B. I like it more than Chainsaw Man, only because of what it goes for, and it finishes at 8 volumes. It tells a really well story. I mean, a really good story. It has some pretty good elements that I do like, and the theming in it and the messaging I really do like as well. So yeah, I like Fire Punch overall. And I like the ending. I read the first volume only because I want to binge it all because it is a masterpiece. I will put it in B. It makes me want to go to the gym. It inspires me. So yes. So B for bulk.
All right, you get.
Wow. Oh wow. Dang, we should have put a tier for between mid and Just No. Put it in mid. Dang, I wish there was like a tier like right between that. Like I'm just like, what can I say about Gagan? I finished it all the way. And I knew it wasn't good from the first 3 volumes. I knew it wasn't good. But I was just like, you know what? I'm here for the train wreck that it is. I'm like, I'm already invested. It's only 10 volumes. What could go wrong? And wow, that ending, I didn't think it could go bad, worse, and it did in that ending. That ending was not good.
I actually really enjoyed the ending. I really enjoyed it.
Let me say this. I don't like the whole ending arc thing. I don't like that.
Yes, the ending arc was not good.
And
I could agree with that.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of elements in there that I didn't like either. I'm just like, I don't know. No, just a no. It's not going in just no. It's mid, but to me, it's a tier lower than mid.
Okay, got you. Pun.
It's not my top 10, but if I have to at least, if I have to fill out the 10 on here, if I had to fill out the 10 on here,
okay,
it'd have to be in top 10. If I had to fill out the 10, it'd be an A otherwise, because I really enjoyed Pun. I give it like an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed some of the elements. There were some elements I felt that were very unnecessary and made it a bit longer than it needed to be. But overall, I did like it. And I will say that I did not like the ending as much. It's not a bad ending. I just didn't like it because I thought it was going to go somewhere else.
Okay. I haven't not read. Haven't finished it yet, but I've been reading it recently. I think I'm on like volume 6. Like I have it literally right behind me. But so far, I think I might put it in my top 10. But like I said, I can't do top 10 until I see the ending of a series.
Yeah, which makes sense.
So far, it's really enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Hellsing, I haven't read. I'm thinking about selling it too. So,
all right, understandable. Hunter x Hunter.
I'm actually about to. That's gonna be my next read through.
Okay. So I haven't
read it yet. I watched the anime for it. I watched the whole thing. So yeah.
Okay, just off of the anime, where would you put it?
It's B. I give it a nice B. Okay. It's above Yu for sure.
Respectable. JJK.
I've only read I think 2 volumes after the anime. And I was like, do I go anime? Do I do the manga? I feel like I'm gonna read it and catch up this year. So I don't know. Put it in haven't read.
Put it in haven't read just to be fair.
Yeah. I haven't read Kaguya either, only because I think I only got like 3 volumes of it. But I watched the first 2 seasons. I enjoyed it.
Okay. Kaiju number 8.
I put it in B. It started off very strong as a new gen shonen. I enjoy it.
Okay. Komi.
That's a B. It's not bad at all. I think it is running its race though by being over 20 volumes. And she still seems like she could barely talk 19 or 20 volumes in. So I'm a bit disappointed, but hey, I mean, beggars can't be choosers.
Look back.
I haven't read that yet. I don't think I even. Oh, I do have that. I'm tripping. I was like, I don't even have that. I was like, oh wait, yes I do. I forgot I even bought it. That's probably why I haven't read it. I forgot I bought it.
All right, bet. Mashal.
It's mid. It's a certified mid. Very certified mid. It takes a lot of elements from other series I like, and it doesn't do them well. It does them just all right, and that's not good. Okay,
I think for me personally, I think Mashal's like. My main enjoyment from it comes from the like the comedy mid battle, like the absurd things that Mash does like mid fight is where I get enjoyment from for the show. Or not show, but manga. It's really funny to me, at least.
Have you read One Punch Man?
Yes, I've read One Punch.
Are you current?
I'm like 5 chapters behind, but physicals I'm caught up. Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to say, because I feel like to me that's where the One Punch Man ish comes from.
Absolutely.
And I'm just like, it just don't deliver to me like One Punch Man does. That's why.
It's like, you ever seen like those filler episodes for Dragon Ball where Ariel comes in it?
Oh yeah, she just does.
That's exactly what it feels like.
Okay, I can see that. I could definitely see that.
Yozakura Family. I
haven't read it yet. I only got the first volume.
Yeah, all right. Mob Psycho 100.
I haven't read the manga yet. I've watched the anime for it. I haven't watched the last season. If I had to go based off of that, I'd give it definitely a. If I had to give it something. I haven't read the Monster Girl manga either. The one that you hovering up. Monster Musume, that's what it's called.
Monster Musume, yeah. And Monster, I remember you saying you didn't read either.
Yeah, not yet.
My Hero.
I'm dropping the anime so I can read the manga. So I haven't read the manga yet. So and generally when I read a series that I've already watched, I start all the way over.
I respect it. I do the same thing.
So yeah. So that's why it's been taking me a while to get into it.
Okay. Naruto.
Top 10. I did a read through of that last year. delicious, except for that last arc. But everything before that, delish.
I was just about to ask. All right. I forgot what this one was.
That's Look Back. I mean, not Look Back. Oh, Not Simple. Oh, I don't know why I called that Look Back. I put that in based off what it is. I like Not Simple, but it's mid. Especially after reading Pun Pun, it's mid. So yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone, but basically it's just a guy who just has a rough time in life. That's all it is, and it's only one volume. Bad art, but it's all right. The art has a little bit of charm, but sometimes it's just too bad to be bearable. Okay. So yeah.
Okay. One Punch.
Top 10 easy.
Easy.
Mm-hmm. Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
Is this Peter Grill?
Yeah, just put it in mid. It's not down bad enough for me. Okay. That's the problem.
It's not down bad enough. Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem. And it was boring. It was. I haven't read it yet. I was just saying that it just wasn't down bad enough. The first volume was very boring. It just doesn't seem like it has any type of end, which a series like that doesn't need to run too long. So yeah.
Got you. Understandable. Platinum Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just don't read it. Just don't read it.
Oh Lord, please don't say that.
Sorry.
Please don't say that.
Just don't read it, bro.
I'll take your word for it.
No, bro.
I'll take your word for it because it's definitely not a priority. So it's definitely.
I'd say keep it just because the volumes themselves look beautiful, but just don't read it.
Oh Lord.
It's not good at all. I'm sorry.
Lord.
Oh, sorry. Prison School, how you feel?
I always have to make this confession. Prison School is what made me the man I am today. But I will say I have not read the manga. I have watched the anime, and that's what made me get into Nasty Man manga. And I'm afraid because no one has said anything nice about the ending. And I'm like, I have a perfect vision. I have a perfect picture of Prison School in my head. If I see anything bad about it, I'm going to cry myself to sleep every night. So I'm not, I just don't want to read it. I know I got to at some point though.
All right, I respect it. Sakamoto.
You can put that one in B. It's a nice shonen, not bad at all. Very nice start. I think I read the first 3 to 4 volumes, content wise. Nothing bad. I think it has a lot of things. I think One Punch Man just has a lot of babies in this now generation of manga, and I'm not mad at that because I see One Punch Man influence in Kaiju, Mashle, Sakamoto Days. I just see a whole bunch of that influence in there. So I'm not mad at these babies.
Okay, I could agree with that. Scott Pilgrim.
I have not read it all the way, but it is one of my favorite series of all time. So it's one of my favorite movies, franchises, whatever you want to call it.
I've never consumed any form of Scott Pilgrim media. I'll be honest with you. I've heard it's really good, but I don't know anything about it to really speak on it.
Just watch the movie. I'll say that.
All right.
Watch the movie, and the comic differs a bit.
Okay.
Food Wars, I haven't read that one yet, only because I don't have all the volumes, and I know that's a finished series. So yeah.
Okay.
Just like Slam Dunk. Haven't read it all because I want to binge it.
Spy Family.
Mid. I like Spy Family. It's enjoyable, but I've come to realize that it's not for me, man. It's like, what's the ending, man? When are we getting to this? We don't need the series to be too long. I feel like it's going to be milked hard because it's doing really well in the anime. So I like it. I think the characters are cool. It's just not moving to me. That's the thing. So it's mid.
I can agree. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think it's 10 volumes out now. I've read whatever the not the recent volume, but the volume before that, and I don't see it's never felt like an arc has ended or started for me. It's the story is just kind of going, I guess. I agree. Elusive Samurai.
I haven't read that yet.
Okay.
I only got
Have
one
you read
volume of it.
Assassination Classroom? Because I know it's by the same person.
I have not. Only because I've been told to watch it, but also I want to read it one day. So yeah.
Dr. Stone.
I have not read it, but I've watched both seasons of the anime, and I think that's really, really good. If this was anime, it would be an A.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Super.
I put Dragon Ball Super, but just Dragon Ball as a whole is what I should have.
Oh, top 10 easily. Top 10. Okay. I think Dragon Ball is a 10 out of 10. Dragon Ball Z is a good 8 out of 10. Dragon Ball Super is a good 7 out of 10.
Okay.
And Dragon Ball is my favorite franchise of all time, or at least anime wise it is.
Okay.
And GT is not good. I feel like GT has great concepts. It just has bad execution on it.
Okay.
So that's what I'll say about
really
that.
quick aside, how'd you feel about the Tenkaichi 4 announcement?
Okay, I'm gonna be the party pooper on this one. I love it. I will get it. I buy every single Dragon Ball Z game. I even started retro collecting it a few years ago. I don't think we need a Tenkaichi 4 only because Raging Blast is up to date with everything. And I feel like not Raging Blast, Xenoverse too.
Xenoverse, I agree.
Yeah. I'm just like, we have everything. We even have some of the superhero stuff coming in this month or next month. We don't need a Tenkaichi 4 because nothing crazy has happened. And I don't think the manga content, even the manga content isn't in Xenoverse. I don't think the manga content is going to be in Tenkaichi 4.
Yeah. And see, here was my thing, because I had a whole conversation the other day, and it's like, Tenkaichi mostly did like, some of the what if stories. I understand people want the beam clashes and all of that, but like the what if story specifically is literally Xenoverse's whole story,
Exactly.
And Xenoverse's roster, like, come on, you could play as like 10 different versions of Cyberman if you wanted to in Xenoverse. Like, the roster on it is already really expansive. But my fear with it is like, what if, I think there was a game a couple years back just called Ultimate Tenkaichi, which was literally just
they're not gonna go that way. I know that. They're not that stupid. They're not that stupid.
Honestly, it depends on what the developer is, because if it's CyberConnect, the game is gonna be phenomenal easily. But
I just feel like it's gonna be the same thing as Xenoverse. What is Xenoverse? Absolutely. I just feel like it's that's my opinion. I just feel like it's gonna be the same thing. You get to fight in a 3D arena. You get to fly. You get to have different moves, different forms of the characters. To me, it's the same thing. I'm like, but Xenoverse, it has online stuff that you could do with friends and stuff. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with Xenoverse,
except the netcode.
But that's every anime game almost, so I can't even fault it for that.
You're right. You're right. Okay. Thus spoke Rohan Kishibe.
I watched the anime. Have not read the manga yet. All right. Only because I'm focusing on Steel Ball Run. That's why.
Trigun.
Haven't had enough of it yet to read it.
Have you been watching the new season?
Nah, I'm not a big Trigun fan. I watched it when I was younger coming up, but it's not like my cup of tea. It's not the first thing I just grabbed to.
Okay. Undead Unluck.
It's mid. Not bad. It's same level as Mashal for me. It's not just crazy. Agree. Yeah. Uzaki, I have not read the manga, but I've watched the anime for.
Okay. Where would you put the anime?
B. I'd put the anime in B.
Okay. Zatch Bell.
I haven't had enough of it yet because I don't have the full series, but I watched it coming up.
Okay. I actually am not sure on what this one is.
That's will Yume-chan make his move, and that's from the same creator as Teasing Master Takagi-san.
Okay.
So I would put that in. It's mid. It's not bad, but it's just a little slice of life rom-com where this girl and this boy like each other. They both don't know that they like each other, and they keep playing games with each other. Basically, it's Teasing Master Takagi-san, but they seem a bit older.
Okay. And
the main character, the guy, is a bit more dense, but that he cares for the girl.
Okay. I forgot what this one is.
Haven't read. Really long... Haven't read. I know exactly what it is. Haven't read.
Okay.
Battle Vixens. I haven't read that either.
Okay.
I know I haven't had a lot read. That's why I've read like 60 or 70% of my collection. Well, 60. I think it's 60% of my collection.
Yeah, it looks about right.
Yeah,
looks about right.
Great Jahi. It's mid. Not crazy, but also it just doesn't grab me.
Okay. I'm also not sure on what this one is.
That's Teasing Master Takagi-san.
Okay.
I put that in a B.
Okay.
I heavily enjoyed Teasing Master Takagi-san. To me, it's part of the trinity of. Yeah. You know what I mean. Yeah. Pause. Big pause on that. But to me, it's part of that trinity, not the holy trinity, but it's part of that trinity of Kohai, bullies, or teases senpai. There's Nagatoro, there's Uzaki, and then there's Teasing Master Takagi-san. It's the trinity.
Okay. We're gonna save One Piece for last. We're gonna come back to that one.
I
think this is Ishizoku or Interspecies Reviewers.
Yes. Down bad. It's down horrendously, but down bad because it was very wordy. And if you don't like the comedy, you're not gonna like the series.
We'll put it up there and down bad.
Okay.
Okay. What is this?
Oh
Wake up with
gosh,
human.
yeah, that's horrendously. That's down horrendously. This one is a very controversial one. It's very, very controversial. I enjoy it, but I'm not too crazy about it. But it's definitely down horrendously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea what these are now.
I'm the hero, but the demon lord's also me. It's only 4 volumes long. It's a down bad.
Okay.
I'm not crazy about this one, but it does have its moments, and it's short. And it's not a reverse isekai. I think it's like a reverse fantasy, where it definitely flips the tropes of a fantasy, or at least a reverse isekai, quote unquote, on its head, which I did enjoy the first volume. So yeah.
Okay.
That's Busou
What is
Rankin.
this?
That's Busou
Okay.
Rankin by the same guy as Rurouni Kenshin. I have not read that yet. Only got 1 volume.
Okay.
But I heard it's not good.
And what's this last one here?
Bobo, an anime
Okay.
from my childhood that I love, but I have not read the manga because it's not fully. Yeah.
All right. One Piece.
One Piece, top 10.
Okay.
There,
I'll be
I have
very
my.
honest. Nah. Hold on now. I have never read nor watched like anything of One Piece.
Oh, I'm not mad
But
at that then. I'm not mad
I
at that.
refuse to sit and read 1,000+ chapters. I'm not even gonna lie.
See, you say that, and I hate to be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that
It's
guy.
it's worth it. It's worth it.
Oh,
But I'm not gonna tell you, hey, read One Piece all the way through right now. I'm not gonna tell you that because that is a commitment. But I feel like with most people, once you actually start reading it and you get to certain parts, especially some of the bigger emotional moments, you'll be like, okay, I gotta read more because I love the cast of characters in this. Like right now, I think I'm like a few chapters behind, like in the actual online chapters that come out, the weekly chapters.
okay.
So yeah, One Piece is definitely a 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. There are some problems in it. It's very repetitive, but I do enjoy the cast of characters the most and some of the hijinks and situations they get into.
Who's
And
your
I like the
favorite
overall
character?
story. My favorite character has to be Sanji. I love Sanji,
Okay.
especially later on. I can't say nothing because it's happening like chapter 600, 700. But yeah, I love Sanji.
All right. So in the top 10, we have 9 so far. Do you want to like promote a series to top 10?
Let me look at this. Never really. I have to go manga version. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take something out of the nasty man category or
Okay.
something. Put Gal Gohan down there, man. I got too much respect for Gal Gohan.
All right.
I have too much respect for it. It was in there. It was out of there. A nice little slice of life rom-com that I had no problem with, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. That's one of the things I hate with rom-coms. They are way too long for their own good. This simple, short and straight to the point.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought there was gonna be way more shonen in your top 10.
Is there
I'm not even gonna lie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Oh wait, Gal Gohan's not a shonen. I thought there would be way more too.
Yeah, I'm honestly, this list surprised me. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I'm the shonen guy though. I'm the shonen guy.
Yeah,
I love my shonens, but I'm trying to see what that other series at the bottom left
I don't
is
remember
though.
what this one was.
I don't recognize it from
really-
the picture.
I feel like after we stop recording, we're gonna remember what it is.
Yeah. Also, Parasite wasn't in here, but oh wait, Parasite would be in my top 10. I forgot all about that. Parasite would be in my top 10. I'm like, there's something else that's supposed to be in here. That's my top 10.
Okay.
Parasite would be in my top 10. I love Parasite.
I've actually never read the manga, but the anime was phenomenal.
Yes, it is. Both. That's what
Yep.
made me want to read it. And after I read it, I was like, you know what? I still love it. There's only a few differences in the anime and the manga. The anime makes it more like in modern time, but there's not really much change with the actual story itself.
Okay, because actually, I'm pretty sure I could have sworn I did put Parasite somewhere on here because I remember seeing that you had the singles and the full color edition. Okay, so how you feel about the list, like just all together?
This looks like me. It's a hodgepodge of a lot of stuff. I'm just looking at that I haven't read and just looking at myself in disappointment. That's the biggest thing I take from this. Look at how big that I haven't read is.
Look, if I had to tell you to pick out 3 things from the haven't read and go read them, bro. Now I do understand you don't have a lot of the like completes of the series.
Mm-hmm.
Billionaire, I would say,
Okay.
Arrow Ninja, and Siren. Those are the ones that I'd like stand. And I'd say Downfall just because it's 1 volume.
Okay. Okay. I'm not too mad at that.
And once again, just don't read Platinum, man. Just don't read it. Just don't read it. Save yourself, I promise.
Man, this is a lot on this list. I mean, I'm selling some of these series soon because this is just too much, and some of the stuff I'm not interested in reading anymore after seeing some of the animes. So yeah, I think this list is all right. This list is all right.
I agree. I honestly really like the list. It turned out a lot better than I thought. Definitely some surprises here and there.
Yeah, I don't think it was too bad though.
All right. Well, yeah, that's basically it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Honestly, I had a lot of fun making this. Let's give a quick shout out to our channel members. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Sage, is there any words you want to say real quick before we end it?
Make sure you follow me on all my socials and check out my YouTube channel, The Dark Sage. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the boy and like this video right here. And comment down below, was I wrong on any of my picks for any of these series to be in these ranks? Let us know in the comment section down below.
All right, y'all heard the man. Go subscribe. Make sure you comment that down below. I would greatly appreciate it. And that's really it for the video. Once again, thank you all so much for supporting the channel. This is Simon Sabro signing out. I'll catch you on the next one.